Hello, hello, hello. The music might be a little loud. Might need to turn the music down a bit. I might be turning itself down a bit, actually. The fade out. So hello, everybody. Welcome again. And yes, we're going to be doing this above here. Music stream. Ooh. Hello, Stally. So yeah. Finally the day. And hello, Chaos as well. Ooh, excuse me. Had a little bit of a thing. Ah, gosh, we got to do this at least once, have we? Like, ooh, look at this. Ooh, you. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, meow, meow. Anyhow. Ah, gosh. I hope everybody is doing well. So yeah, we're going to be doing music stuff. This is the thing that I tend to do music stuffs in. When's the scarce? Well, you kind of have to ask Stally about that. But if you want to some like fake scar, let's just do a little bit of something here. So we can add an effect in. What effect are we going to add here? Oh, then the other thing has popped down on my other screen. These are all the effects and things that I have available to me. Some of them, I've been trying out these Antares thing. You might have heard of this thing called Auto-Tune. They have like a free trial thing. I've been trying them out. I'm not quite sure if I like them quite as much as I like the stuff that they've already got that can do this kind of stuff. But I might not be using it correctly. But then, as I said, if I can't figure it out by the end of the free trial, then I'm quite happy with what I have here. But anyway, so there's a lot of different things I could do. No chance of it. Yeah, that's understandable. I mean, I'm quite obviously prepared for it to be whenever, because I'm not hanging on to it being in existence. But yeah, if you want to go something like Contact. We've looked at Contact quite a bit before. If you look at this is this one, if you remember. Okay, we've got some chat and other things in the way here, but hopefully we should be able to see enough of things here. Let's just go to no. Let's try let's try the factory library here. Trying to figure out what I want to use here. So band, looks like it'd probably be right. Guitar, rock, funk, electric guitar. Let's go electric guitar. Indeed, Chaos, it really does. So now I got to arrange this so I can actually play things through here. So I have my keyboard down here. And then what I can do is set up this here to play through. It's probably picking up my microphone. Oh, yes, it is. At least we know that happens. That's good. If we need to do any vocals, I'm not really predicting anything here. But if we go for the MIDI, oh, we don't have a clean guitar. We have some with some verb on it. Let's turn this down here. That's style. Want some ska? Got it. Pretend that's in rhythm. That's not ska. Yeah, boom, ch, boom, ch, boom, ch, boom, ch, boom, ch. I can't do both at the same time. I'm not good at that. But we got magical things that we can do with this. We can turn up the drive as well. And go. Gosh. Just generally mess around with some things here. But yeah, there's many things that we can do. And yeah, the goal of this is to get as far through as writing a song as possible. And well, we might as well start here, because I probably won't be using this to start things up. Let's expand this a little bit more here. Probably won't be using that to start things up. We have this one, which I kind of have shown a bit before. Let me see. Yeah, so this is like just the basic preset. I get this into a place where you can see things. And I put myself down in this corner just so that, you know, you don't really need to see some of the things that are down here. But you might need to see some things, so I'll have to move things around a little bit and whatever. But this thing is kind of like, you see the, if you haven't seen it before, I don't remember it, these little red, yeah, it's very pretty. I like the little colours, especially like these ones that look a bit transy. Indeed. But these little ones in red, you probably see if I push the keys on the keyboard, it'll highlight those. So it's basically the white keys on the keyboard here. So this is a kind of way to kind of get inspiration and stuff like that. And what we might do is, if we pop out of this just for a second, we can like change the BPM. We can tap it. So what kind of beat do we want? This kind of beat. So tap, 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 tap. So we're going about 128. So not too far from the 120. But the 120 is the standard basic BPM, and we want to stay away from basic. I mean, I know, but if we press the thing now, it should be a little bit faster. And there's also the ones in here, the little snapshots that I've made here. I've got a few different ones here. I've got the one which you might have heard, and a song that I'm working on. It's just like sometimes when I'm not doing things on stream, this might be it might end up being the same way on stream as it usually is. But it can like say, I'll look at it for like a few minutes and then kind of wait and till things like process, and get the song out of my head, then come back to it fresh and listen to it again. They think, oh, I need to add this, or I need to change this, or whatever. Then like keep going away and coming back to it and like changing things. Obviously, we're going to try and speed up the process here. I don't know how well that's going to work, but this is a thing that I made here. There's a full song of this coming. This is very nice. I've got some other presets which I've got here. This one. It's a very spooky, interesting one. And this next one. And then what else do we have? Obviously, when I get these into proper songs, they'll be more in time and stuff like that. But it's an interesting effect, this one. But yeah, I've got basically a few of the haunted music box out of this one. Ooh. So yeah, you can get some very good things out of this very quickly. I mean, all you have to do is like just like randomize everything here. So this turns up like very spooky sounding. And say what this is doing, if you can't remember, we've got some basic chords here. We can change to different chords if we want to. Just like randomize these down here, or pick from some preset ones on here. We've also got chords. There we go. Yeah, this is the chord window. So it's got those in the first chord, and those in the second chord. So when we play them, you can see them highlight here. Like that. The second thing is the samples. So obviously this one is a kind of sound. That one's that. And that one's that. But we can change these up. We can go and search for some different ones. Like if you don't want a bass, you want a different synthy thing or whatever, we can change things here. Like the pony one here is maybe difficult to hear because these are quite low. You can put that kind of PlayStation opening one. Oh gosh, that goes on for a while, doesn't it? We can also randomize all the samples here. And this is currently locked into specific things here, but if we unlock these, just like all factory ones, and then randomize, yeah, you get to get a random assortment of different kind of things here. Oh, this one just goes crack on. Ooh, nice little ping at the end.
Hello.
Did that one say hello?
Hello.
Hello. Which one was that?
Hello.
Hello. Kiwi hello. And there's another one here.
Hello. 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 Hello.
Got a hee hee now. But anyway, if you like one of them, say... That one's a hee hee one, there we go. Hee hee. I thought this was a nice one here. We can spread it to all of them and see what it sounds like on all the keys. It sounds kind of like a hip-hop song, doesn't it? And so on. And if you like them all on those ones, you can apply them to all of these now. And then we can change different effect things. So we can like randomize. This is just like strumming. It says here strum box. So it is like strumming through all of the ones. But it's doing it very slowly. If you go to the strum here, we can do it maybe a little bit faster. We can turn the speed. Well, the speed is also connected to the Y here. So we can turn the strum on here. And so on like that. I've also got the mod wheel, which I can do on my keyboard here. I did. Indeed, chaos. But then we can just like randomize the effect things, and you know, it's got the strum patterns, it's got the arpeggio patterns, which do this kind of thing. So I'm playing two notes. As it's doing three at a time, here we go. No, speed needs to be down. Whatever, and it's also got like this grain thing which makes things all washy and interesting. Depending on which preset you have. You can have like this clouds one. Which is still playing all the samples, but it's kind of like breaking them up a bit and that. It's very interesting. Or you can just like randomize, or pick one of the other presets and things like this. I think the randomize just picks a different preset or a random preset here. And if you don't like the chords, I mean, I like the chords, but we can just go on to a different one here. And you can probably see from the top here, there's all the different effects as well you can put on it. So if you want to increase the reverb, I think the mod wheel might be on the reverb here. I don't know. Doesn't look like it is. Is it on the delay instead? I thought I heard it on something. Mod wheel is on something. I don't know if it should change on here to show what it's affecting. Ah, here we go. The mod wheel here is on the degrading. Which you can't hear too much, I don't think, but there is that. But yeah, so this is a good thing to get inspiration and things. And also it looks very pretty with the different coloured boxes of matching it with the different sample things. But what I thought I would do is look at a different thing which I've got, which is a thing which I got recently. It's called Scalar. This is very good. If you don't know much about music theory, this can help you a little bit. So this is what it looks like here. You see, you've got a keyboard up here. You've got this felt piano, which isn't very easy to hear. Obviously, it's felt, so it's soft. But obviously, I want people to be able to hear what I'm doing here at the moment. So we've got the grand piano. You've got basic grand piano, I think. So we can also do, what's it? Yeah, I only know basic chords, and this is why this comes in handy for me. Because this has a bunch of like music theory all kind of wrapped up in ones. And, you know, music theory, if you don't know about music theory, I mean, you might know something about music theory, but you don't know whatever, and you're a bit scared of it and you don't understand it. Basically, it's just some rules that people made up, which, you know, this kind of sounds good. You know, it's why these notes are tuned the way they do, because they sound good. There's not much more theory than that. If instead... Oh, the pitch bend doesn't work on this. If, like, instead, like... that sounds good to you, then that's fine. If you want to use that, go ahead and do things like that. But you know, it's generally agreed that most people like the sound of things like this. Or what's it? It's another one, isn't it? Remember all my chords, all the ones I actually... But, you know, since I haven't practiced like for hours and hours on different chord shapes and whatever, because, you know, you got your... Oh gosh, never mind. No, that's the hang on. That's your A, isn't it? It's even saying at the top A major. You can't see that. It says it up here, A major, up there. Indeed, indeed. We're going to get onto that as well. And that's your A major, and this is your A minor. Going to there. And if you want to be a bit sus, here's your A sus. We've got your G here. This is your G sus. This is the chord that David played. I'm borrowing that joke from somewhere else. I don't know where, but anyhow, it definitely pleased the Lord because it's a G sus chord. Anyhow, but yeah, you can like click on here to play things as well if you want to do so. And sometimes it doesn't get rid of the highlights when you move away from it. But that's okay. So what this can do is it can detect what's key and scale you're playing in. So if we put like detect here and we start recording here, we go like, oh, I want this chord. Go C major, yep. And then I want the, which chord is it? A minor. If you want to do an F as well. Let's go to, let's try and throw a wrench into it slightly here. D major. Ah, there you go. D major F in the bass or whatever. It's saying, was that, yeah, I think it's a D major F in the bass. It's saying like, that doesn't actually fit in the key that you've done here. This is like the C major scale. And so it mostly fits into C major, G major, A minor, F major. Yes. I think I know those ones. We can like trash these ones here and start again. So let's see. If we go C and then G, A minor, and then F. Oh gosh, we've got an additional one in there somewhere. It's kind of like got a bit excited. I think this is the one we want to just remove from here. So then what we can do is assign the keys to hit those and be able to play the right keys. So we're just playing those chords now that we've got there with. And things in the past have been able to do things a bit like this. That's an easy way to play around with different chords if you're not so hot on getting your fingers in the right positions to play them that quickly. Because this obviously might be difficult for a lot of people to play, including me. But yeah, so it's also noted that we're in the C major scale. So if you like pick, indeed, pick a thing here. Oh, and you can see at the top here that goes out to this grey range. Because the one with the white at the bottom is the one that I'm actually playing here. But you can notice here, if you watch the what the chords are doing here, you can see they're just following the basic pattern of like having these 3 keys being pressed down and then just moving it around. Like that. I don't have any more keys at the top here. This is the highest key on my keyboard. I can change that by changing the octaves. But then that changes the lowest key that I have available to me as well. This is why I want a slightly bigger keyboard than this, but obviously I don't really have the space for it at the moment. So hopefully sometime in the future I will do. But currently I don't. And basically you can just play around with those and think, you know, what sounds good and whatever. And that there. What we'll do is we'll drop those chords out of there. Oh no, I actually kind of want beep those back. Well, what we can do is we can look at different scales here. We can say I want to have a F sharp Phrygian mode scale, and these are the chords. So you don't have to remember all these different chord shapes and things like that. You can just have that then, and you can look at, oh, maybe I don't want the Phrygian, maybe I want one of these other many different things that's available. And also what you can do is like, so you can see, I can still play the keyboard, with whatever I want here, but you can also do this key lock here. So if I try to play a key that's out of the thing, so I'm trying to play this F here currently at the moment, and it's not letting me, it's playing the E instead. So whatever key you play, it's going to correct it. So yeah, if I play that note, it's saying, no, you're going to be playing that note. So you can do that. You can do fast trills on the one note if you want, by pushing 2 notes. So that's a neat thing as well. But also you can just say, oh, just put them put them on the white keys. There we go. It's on the white keys. So now if I just play a C here, it just plays the first note of that scale, the F sharp there. Oh, straw. So yeah, you don't have to learn the different thing and practice, actually doing things in there. I mean, obviously, if you're going to be playing, and certain things in front of people, you probably want to practice certain things. But obviously, if you're just like messing around or whatever, and not a classical, pianist or whatever, then this is a good thing. Thank you, Cass. So you can go for different like scales and whatever you want, or you can just go for like all back to the start. You can be as basic as you want to be and just go for the C major scale up here, and that's all white notes anyway, so that's okay. So, but what else we can do is, as you say, we can see if we like lock these in here. As I said, if you play these, it plays the chords, but if you go right back round to the beginning again, jumps down, and you might say, well, I kind of want it more, not such a huge jump between the notes. And so what you can do is do the voice grouping here. And now if you do that, see, it tries to keep it within a certain range here. See, the highest is F, I think, here. Yeah, so the highest is F and the lowest is maybe this G down here. So it just tries to put the notes of the chords in these octaves here. And obviously the bass notes go up. But there's not much you can do about that. Also, with this, you mentioning about the 4 pop chords and whatever, they are known as... I get my notes out here, because it's the common progression, the axis chords as they call them, because it was by the Axis of Awesome who did the well-known thing there. It's the 1, 5, 6, 4 chords for that, and let me have a look here. If we go into songs here, we can go to common progressions, and we look for the 1, 5, 6, 4, which is helpfully labelled pop, and we can just go for the triads here and lock them in, and yep. And if you don't know about the 4 chords, the axis chords or whatever, then you've probably heard a lot of songs. Does that sound like a song you might know? Obviously, go and listen to the Axis of Awesome 4 chords song, and it'll be a bit better. And obviously, if you do the voice grouping, it sounds more, full sound and whatever. So you got just a small town girl living in a lonely world. Whatever. Do you have the time to listen to me whine? I think actually in the real song that's a slightly different chord, but it works well enough. And it's I can't live with or without you. I'm in the wrong key, but that's another one of the ones that's in that song, whatever. But basically, a lot of songs use these ones, or these ones, like the one of the examples from that song is the save tonight and fight the break of dawn, come tomorrow will be gone, and whatever. Yeah, which one is that one? My life is brilliant, my love is pure, ooh, I saw an angel, of that I'm sure. I might be getting the melody a bit wrong there, but yeah. So basically, a lot of songs that will have these chords. But obviously, there's other common progressions. There's not just the only chords that are in pop songs, but you can like spice these up a little bit with some thickened chords here. Which, if you take the voice grouping off, we'll see how these chords have been thickened up a little bit there. And then you can also go for those same chords, but coloured. So you got the some of the sus chords, which I said here, major added in 9th. Just to add a little bit more flavour to it, or colour, depending on what terms you want to use for those kind of things. But yeah, those aren't the only chord sequences which you could hear. You can maybe hear these ones. Which notably still uses the 1, 5, 6 and 4, but in a different order. But there's a reason why those chords are very important. If you're, but that gets more into like some music theory thing. But I'd say music theory is kind of like this sounds good, some guessing, and some actual, slight tiny bits of science in there as well. But not as much as you might think. But yeah, triads here. We got instead here the 1, 4, 3, 7. So. This might be another song you're familiar with. I don't know. But you got Journey here, which is not the 4 chord, which I thought it might be. Because obviously Journey did the Don't Stop Believing, which uses those chords. This is the 1, 4, 5, 6, which is obviously just a rearrangement of those 4 chords. But when you play them in that order, they sound a bit different. Obviously trying to stay away from those particular 4 chords. We've got some jazz chords here. So we've got... You can make some like Animal Crossing music. Or beats to study to with this. In fact, why don't we just try and do that and see how it sounds? So what we can do is like just turn off this sound here, and then this can then pipe into other things. And so if you bring up Contact again, here we can go to something which would have like some good lo-fi stuff here. We've got Analog Dreams here, which could be a good lo-fi thing. We've also got the thing which is specifically for like I think lo-fi beats to whatever to is your Melted Vibes here. But the melty goes a little bit over the top here. We can do Learn MIDI on the melty thing here. Did I click that properly? Learn MIDI on that one. Can you learn this one? Yeah, there we go. So you can turn it all the way up or turn it down. So basically that learn thing has assigned it to this this little rotary dial here that I've got. So actually I can just turn that, and you can't see it moving on the screen because I'm in the way. Hang on. The Learn MIDI thing, I got it. You move this and it moves that one knob on the screen there now. Which obviously we can then tune it into what we want. Session horns and write a smooth jazz classic. Well, obviously we can go away from the melty one here, and let's see here. Session horns, performance single articulation is what I'm going to be wanting here. So here's your horns here, and so what? Sax. I don't know if there is a sax here. The sax in the middle here. You can also... You can see also down on by the keyboard down here, this is the mod wheel and the pitch bend. So if I move the mod wheel, it does that, and move the pitch bend, it does that. The thing is, on this keyboard, the mod wheel and the pitch bend are just basically this joystick here, and it can change both of them at the same time if you need to do so. Okay. I think it's adding vibrato to it on that linear velocity expression, so you can play it soft and hard and that, and it'll play it differently. But we also have different snapshots of things here, I think. No, we don't have any snapshots. Okay, well, just don't listen to me then. We have a full section. We have like a, broken down section here as well. We've got sustain articulation. We've got a rip articulation. Grace notes. Various different things. Shake. So I think your expression can change different things. I don't know. There's a way to play with different things here, but I don't necessarily know how to do these things. Faux Cree. I don't know what this is. Okay. So yeah, we could just work with these kind of things, or the staccatissimo. So yeah, we can do a variety of different things as well. But let's go back to the sustain. Kind of, yeah. What also this plugin here can do. See, these are the chords that it's playing up here. See my world? Yeah. If I can actually push the right keys with some good timing and stuff like that. But what also we have is these basic performance things. So if I push one of the keys now, just holding down one key. Obviously, this is not designed for the instrument that we've got here. Because if you look at the amount of keys that we have, these blue keys are the ones that we have. And you can see that the notes are kind of going outside of that. So this is not good for that. However, we should be able to voice group. Can we just drop an octave on here? There's probably a way to do it. Maybe that's not the one I want to do. Performances, basic performance. There are ways to do it. I just, what I can do is we can grab all these, drag them down here, and then we can go into this edit thing, which makes us be able to drop down those there, and then, oh no, we need to actually select this one. There we go. I think we need another chord here. Where do you want to go from there? Well, the good thing here is we can do like suggestions here. How do I do the suggestions? There is a thing which lets you do that. So chords. There we go. This has got the suggestions. So I want to. This is the suggestions. There are some suggestions up here, but that's the suggestions of which one to replace these with. Go to main here. Here we go. Suggest. So I want to continue on from that chord. So I've got. And then go to that one. That's a good one to carry on to. We'll do that one. So now we've got 4 chords, which is nice. And that's the 2-5-1-3 of this particular scale. We're still in C minor here. I mean, obviously we could change things up if we wanted to, but it's working. We could also be in the Mixolydian mode here, where it would be a 5-1-4-6, or the A minor scale, or the Lydian mode here. I don't know which one. Oh, I suppose if you go for the D Dorian flat scale, it starts on a minor 1 here. So yeah, that's that's different. But D Dorian itself, yeah, here we go. 1-4-7-2. So you've got these different performances and things like that. But what we can also do is just go through different ones here. This should change it. Yeah. Which is nice. Well, so we've got basic performance 3 years. And we've got a bunch of different ones. There's common performance, you've got basic, and these basic ones, these chordal ones. Chordal sounds like. And this other one here sounds like. Interesting. Ooh. We can also go into other ones. And we can like speed them up if you want to with this. You like that one, huh? But yeah, there's plenty of other ones. You can use the Adagio, Espressivo, Moderato, Vivace. Do you want to look through some other ones? Or, oh gosh, no, don't click on that. And if we like that one, we can use this function down here, which is drag. You can just about see that on the thing. So if you drag from here into here, it'll put all those notes here. And we've got to make sure to turn off the performance, otherwise it'll mess things up. But if we pull this back here, set up a loop for us here and put repeat on. Doesn't sound quite right, does it? I know what might be happening. Yeah, we're in that. There we go. There's some settings here which makes it a little bit difficult at times, but this is what this sounds like. And obviously now we've got this chord sequence, we can start working with other things. So that is on there. Possibly don't need the scaler working on there, but it's not doing any harm being where it is at the moment. There are probably different ways to do this, but I can just like copy this effect here, open up a new thingamajig here, paste this effect, we don't need this open here, paste this effect into here, and now we've got the same way that it was set up there, but on here instead. And that's useful because if we want to add something else into this, say, gosh, we can't just use contact all the time. Let's see what else we've got. I've got some new things which I got, which was like I showed it last stream. There's this like bundle which you can get. If you buy one of them, you get now it's about like 28 other ones as well, which is pretty neat. And that is by, oh gosh, who was it by? IK. There's the ones. It's not contact, so we've got to get rid of the filter. It's the Syntronic one here. Currently there's a thing going on. There's a few more days left to go. I'm still looking at it and keeping an eye on it. At the moment, there are 28 free products and like 41 to get 29. It's, yeah. I'm hoping that all of the 32 are done by the end of the 4 days we have now. Oh gosh, it may or may not work. But we will see. Let us have a look here. So basically, I've got this pretty nice bass machine thing here. So let's just have a listen to this. Actually, I'll need to send things through. So now, if we want to be bass, so. Ooh. That's a pretty good PlayStation bass, but obviously we can get a bit loud down the bottom here. You can see we're clipping here slightly. Yeah, and you might hear that as a click in the sound as well. These ones tend to play a little bit hot, so if we turn this down, that's good. But just to prevent any problems going through the master chain as is, that's what they call it, the master. I didn't make up these terms or whatever. I wouldn't have called it that myself. They did change some of the terms in this particular software to, instead of master and you can guess what the other term might have been, they turned it to leader and follower. So, you know, it's a bit better, but with the master bus, I mean, I suppose it's not quite as quite as bad just being on its own like that, but this is like the main thing where all the sound gets fed into. So what we want to do is make sure that we can't get things too loud here. And what I like using for this is these plugins here, this ozone thing. And that is like a whole buttery biscuit bass. This does a whole lot of other mastering stuff. It's even got a master assistant to like polish your tracks up afterwards and stuff like that. But yeah, what we can do is make sure that the things don't go too high. And at the moment, we don't have too much latency, but there's also a low latency mode here. So if we do drive things too hard into it, this will like just, or clip it all off. We can do a little demonstration of it. Beware, get ready to turn your TV down if it gets a bit too loud here. I'll go back to the normal sound soon enough here. But if we turn things up here, it would be peaking here. You can see it's got +2 here, so it would be going over. But what this is doing, you can see the little blue line here. When it gets to like some of these peaks here, it like knocks them down. So, but at the moment we'll keep it, in a sensible kind of place here. But if some of these things do get a bit loud, or we play lots of things together and they get loud, then this can stop it from just like clipping and doing crackles and stuff like that. Unless we want crackles, I mean, I've got a thing which can add various different crackles and things here. Let me find this one here, the Abbey Road Saturator. This is a pretty neat thing if you want to add a little bit of the analog warmth, as they say, to things, which, sometimes you do because it does sound good. And obviously digital stuff doesn't have this kind of sound, but this is just very subtle, but you can turn the input up a bit. And that's probably a bit too much going into there, but you can hear the different sounds of what the different things here. This is like a transistor-based thing. It's based on, so this is how a transistor thing would like overload slightly. And then this one here, I think, is like maybe like a valve thing. I don't know. Just slightly gentler in its overdriving. But oh no, I don't want to do that one. On this one, it's that to reset them. You can also set the overdrive kind of sound with that one as well. But at the moment, we don't want to be using that. But there are a few different plugins you can use to just add a little bit of an analog sound to give a little bit of a flavour, a colour, whatever you would call it, to it. But yeah, so this is going to help this not get our ears blown off or hear horrible crackly things and whatever going on. But yeah, so this has a lot of different things. And so this is a bit like, the Contact thing, the Malty one or whatever. That's basically got some samples of some synths in it, and then you can do other things to it to make it sound interesting. This is basically the same thing. It's got some samples of some synths in it, and you can do things to it to make it sound interesting. So Bandcamp Bully here. You might like this one, Chaos. It's interesting, but it's not really. It has a single sawtooth oscillator, so it can be a bit more of a moderate bass. Ooh. If you want your interesting kind of basses here, you could get acid bass here, I think. Which you do your like normal like octave and things. Yeah. A bit like this. So yeah, that kind of thing is what you might kind of expect with that kind of thing. Bigfoot bass. Got a Borg bass. Very punchy, as it says. I want something very nice. Bully bass drop. So yeah, you got your sound here. You got your bully. But yeah, so basically the synths that are on the side here are based on like real ones here. So we can actually see if we go over, click this one out here. We've seen me playing around with the one that was based on the I think the Mini Moog, but we've got a Mini Mod here, which is very similar. If you go to the triangle one here, this is what it's a bit difficult to hear that one Vega plug. I mean, very low on the keyboard. Let's go up some octaves. At the moment, so you might have a chance to hear things. This is what the actual equipment would look like, and they've kind of like took that and like made it look a bit like this. This is not the way that the other one looked like, but it's got the similar type of things. You've got the oscillators on this side, you've got your filters, envelopes, and various other things to change things around, and you can change these around if you want, as well as, you know, your resonance and your cutoff. But here, we got something. But what we're trying to do here is go for some bass here, and as I said, I was wanting to try one of these ones because, what's this? The Mansion. What's this sound like? We actually need to go down. Mangling drone for your horror night. So basically, as you can see from this picture here, this would have been actually on the floor, and it's got some pedals on it, which you would obviously press with your feet, like an organ, you know, these church organs and things like that. You have, you know, the church organs, you have like multiple different keyboards you can play, and all the stops you can pull or push or whatever, and then you've got the things you can play on your thing. A nutty bass or an acid bass, indeed. And we've got this throat one here. Just sound throaty. The Tiny Smasher. Okay, walking bass. Ooh. This is going very loud though, as you can probably see here. It's powering through here, but it's not clipping the main bus here because we have the limiter on it. So that is good. So what we might want to do on this one is it's very loud. Do we have, like, in this thing here, a thing to change the sound of this particular thing? I don't know if we do. We have effects as well. We can change things through effects here as well. If we change the gain down, I can put it a bit more moderate here. So yeah, we can add different effects and things through here. At the moment, they've got basically a channel strip which has things like a little bit of a compressor and an EQ and things on here just to smooth out the sound to start off with. And then this SVT, which I'm not quite sure. It looks like another kind of filter thing here. It's an amps. Okay, so this is kind of an amplifier. Maybe this is why it's quite so loud as it is. We can change that back to like there. If we turn this one down a little bit, and this is shaping the sound of it with the mid, treble and bass things here. This also here looks like a compressor. So you've got threshold and whatever here, time. It's one which doesn't have a specific compression, what do you call it, ratio thing on it, if you know anything about compressors. But it's kind of, because it's iconic to the particular sound. As you can see, they've modelled it to be a bit rusty and whatever at the top here, and around at certain parts, because this is like based on like some old equipment and that. Lean on me. Did I? I don't know here. This one, Ensemble, looks like it's a modulation thing, so it's probably some kind of chorus thing here. So we turn this up a bit. It makes the sound thicker and like a chorus of these things, you know, multiples of these things. But this, in its like preset state, it's a little bit more light on that. And then you've got another EQ kind of thing going on over here as well. So they're being very heavy on those kind of things. But I think you can add things in here if you want. Can you move across and add things? There might be a way to do so. Or you may only get these ones here. You've got a link thing. And there's lots of things in here which I don't know exactly how they work. Also, you can just add multiple things here. So you can have this walking bass. You can add another thing to it if you want to. You can do the same kind of thing in like Contact and whatever. But hello, Erodian. It's nice to see you. You haven't been around for a little bit, especially with the live streams, but hello. They remind you of the many hours you spend in the music shop trying on the vintage synthesizers. Probably the owner thinking, just buy something, you tedious so-and-so. And hi, yes, hello. But yeah, I think I overdriven, whatever this one here. It's good to hopefully keep it in check here. But yeah, this is what the unit would look like. You can also look at the keys here if you want. You can certainly see that the keys here are only going up so high. So this is the highest note that you can play on this. And there's various other things you can change around. So, but I like this one for a bass sound. And so we've got this scalar thing here. So these are the chords that our song is working with at the moment. And if we lock it in, because what I had before, which was making it a bit awkward to do things before, but if we click this one, you see if these ones up here turn darker. There we go, so these are turned darker up here. And so it basically means when I play those, if I play the right ones, it'll play chords. And obviously, this is a bass instrument. Basses usually don't play chords. So what we can do is we can go to performances here. And instead of like these performances here, we've got it's got some arpeggios, strums, other phrases and things, but we do have some bass lines here. So if we do... This is a very basic bass line. We've also got some like keys down here to change some things around. I'm not quite sure what they do. As I said, I don't know everything about all the software that I have, but I have a general idea of how to use them. But yeah, I don't have keys below these keys at the moment to... Oh, it's on the D there. Well, of course, because it's going to be playing in the key, isn't it? Obviously, this is a little bit high up here, so we can probably change this down. Oh, gosh. There we go. Makes a bit of a noise here, but now... So we have that, and we can just like see how it sounds along with the other... We play it right. And that's fine. That's all well and good there. What we can do as well, stop that playing, is we can just say loop this and play it along. Oh gosh, where is the lock in with the? There is a way to do it. Oh, is it right click? So yeah, it's synced with the DAW now, as it says, which is the digital audio workstation, which is Reaper, which is the thing that's running all these things inside of it. And so now if we push play, it'll play this sequence down at the bottom, or this sequence down at the bottom, along with the other thing. I don't have to try and play it myself. Which frees us up somewhat to look through some things here, like so you've got common bass, you've got basic in your straight. I may be one of those, but I'm not another one or the other one of those. But anyway, so we can go through different ones here and see what they sound like. Maybe a little bit busy for what we've got going there, but we can flick through them. Or we can go for a funk bass and see what that sounds like. A little too busy, I think, for this particular one here. I like this one now. This one has a groove to it. And obviously, as I said, this is not the way I, always make music and stuff like that. This is like sometimes, I like to just like mess around with things, figure out bass lines on myself. But this is a way to make it like very, very quick to do things and that. So if we like that particular chord sequence and things like that, what we can do is drag this out to our bass track. And now, if we put this alongside here and make sure all these other things are turned off, what we can do is just like like, take scalar out of the thing here completely. And now if we play, cool. And perhaps this is a little loud here. What I like to do is you can change the volume of things via the sliders here. But it's kind of good to be able to just have those free to move a little bit more afterwards when you're trying to actually just make sure everything mixes well together for the final mix and stuff like that. So what we can do is go over to our synth thing here. And what did I change it in? Oh, I changed in the effects, didn't I? We just changed this and see how we can sit it in with the mix. Okay, that's not changing. That wasn't changing it too much. Let's try this one. Because I feel we need those horn parts to be the ones that stand out more than that. Okay, so obviously one thing we're missing now is some drums and stuff like that. So let's see here what we can do for drums. Obviously we can go to my good old faithful contact here and see what drums we can have. So what kind of drums would suit this here? Do you want it to sound like a normal acoustic drum kit or whatever? Or do you want it to sound more digital or whatever? What do you reckon will fit in? A blend of the two or something like that? Does anybody have any kind of idea of what might work? Let me just play this a little bit while I have a drink. I don't know, because we have various different things we could try here. One thing we could use is this drum lab, which is a thing which can do both kind of like acoustic and other kind of things here. So we've got the basic groove that it's starting on here, which is a very basic groove, but that's okay if we play that. Yeah. Why does this look like it clips? But we also got other grooves which you can have here. I don't know if there's a way to sync this to playing on here. There may actually be, I think if we play these notes, go from 808, is that just like a personal preference that you have? Oh yeah, I can't do it through here because I need to set this up to pick up my keyboard. So we're not going low enough for that. See, this is a normal drum kit. I know, what kind of like melody we want? That's not melody. Rhythm do we want for this? I think I got it right with that, really, don't I? So let me actually do, instead of like working with these grooves, let me just oh gosh, memory usage. Let's go back to the kit page. Let me do a recording of this. So I got a bit loud there as well. Might have to change things after we've played around with them a little bit. But yeah, what we can do is we can just set a recording on here. Hang on, stop. The little things popped up down here to say, do I want to save that? No. Just delete it all, and that's fine. What we might need to have is a little bit of a run-in to the loop here. So let's do that. And so when we start, it'll give us a little bit of time. If we put the metronome on instead, give us a bit of time. There we go. Cool, let's work with that. And then when we push record, I missed it. Some reason when I started out, it's like, oh, I get 4 beats counting, don't I? No, Katie, you don't get. If you put it here, you get a 4 beats counting. Let's try that. Okay, well, that's the basic rhythm that we want, and we can work with that. So what we, oh gosh, yeah, we want to save that. That's fine. Then we look in here. We see it's not very well. Oh, it's popped up on my bottom window here. This is the MIDI editor thing that we've got here, and it's not very well quantized. Here, hang on. This is how you do it. There we go. Because I'm not the best at playing in time here. So what we want to do is really want this one to be on the start at least there. The rest of them 1/4 straight. Let's just get this to show up the divisions here. So what we want to do then is we want to turn off the metronome, and then, oh gosh, do I want to quantize these? Let's see, we've got quantize here. I've got the little quantize window down the bottom here, because I usually just use it on the one screen of my laptop here. But so use grid, yeah, quantize against the grid, use quantize all the notes on the position. We can also do the position and length if we need to, but we're just using position at the moment. This is 100% strength, so it takes away all the nuances that I would have put into it, if I put any nuances into it at all, but it would sound like this. Which is nicely in time, actually, but we can add a bit more of a human feel to it by just going like maybe 50%. Which I don't think sounds terrible. So we'll just keep it at that at the moment, and obviously we can come back into here. Well, obviously not obviously. Some software will just like print that, and then you won't be able to change it in the future, but we can just come back in here and change it around. Oh, yeah, we can come back in here and change it around if we want to. So let's leave it at 50 at the moment. If we choose a different instrument instead, we might want to change it up a little bit. But obviously it's kind of missing something a little bit here, isn't it? But let's not worry about that quite at the moment. Let us, in fact, no, let's not do it. Because we got the hats on these ones. Which we can get fancy with, but... if you want to. Depends on what sounds good with this, really, isn't it? But first, what we need to do is to actually just like cut this up a little bit, like this, and get rid of those parts. Now, the thing is, if we stretch this out, oh, it actually did work. That's good. I thought, no, it's not going to, no, it's blank, so it didn't work. That didn't work. So what we wanted to do is just like say glue the item here, and now if we stretch it over here, it'll do that. So we've got this. And yeah, I kind of would want that, so we need this to be a little bit longer, but fortunately we can use that glue thing again just to stretch it out here. And what I can do for the recording, how do I do it? Record MIDI input, no, MIDI overdub here. So when I record it, it should just insert into this what we were just doing there. So if we just do this. Yeah, I didn't quite play things in time and whatever there, but you get the idea there. So if we look at this, we can see, yeah, I think this one here, did that go over? Oh, we've got a lot of skips and things in here. I'm not a human metronome here. What is this? Is this the first note? There's something a bit wrong with that, isn't there? I think I know what is wrong with that. If we take these out of there, what can happen is preserve monitor delay in recorded items, because there's obviously some latency going through a computer and stuff like that, and whatever there's going to be these like latency means just basically the time that you play something and the time that it plays is a little bit off, and so what we need to do, what it does is when you're playing things is it kind of compensates for that, but in the recording it compensated and then it didn't compensate. For some reason it does that. So what we want to do is just kind of have it to do that. So if we just do this again. Something like that. And now if we go into here, it should look a little bit more in time. That looks a little bit better there. Of course, I've been kind of playing it all at the full volume. You can see it here. We've got mainly full volume. We've got some variation in there, but I've been tapping the keys pretty hard here. But you've got a little bit of variation in them, and it sounds okay. So we're good with that. And so what we're going to do is like just select these notes and then go into the quantization here. So all notes now, selected notes here now. If we quantize those, and hopefully, no, that's not going to work. Go to the start here. You can see one of them is slightly off. And once again, we might want to put a bit of humanization into it. Oh, because I unselected the notes. Hang on. Did that mess things up slightly? Oh no, here we go. The Reaper is pretty clever about these things. So yeah, that's good. We got a rhythm. We got a hi-hat going along here now. So yeah, I mean that is our basic loop that we have there now. Let's pop it back at the start there. Oh no, hang on. So basically, so what have we got? We got this one's the bass. Let's make sure that's listed as bass here. This one here is the horns, isn't it? Horns. And then this one here is the drums. Let's label these up a little bit. Drums on there. And so, I mean, you can colour the different tracks as well. I have a scheme I was using to colour things in, but I kind of like just forgotten what colours went with what things, and so I don't want to mess that up. But what have we got here? We can also save. Let's just save this at the moment because we've got something good here, and we've got my files here. So I'm just pop this over onto my other screen just in case I bring up anything which I don't want to show to anybody. But let's go. Let's put in my loops file here, and let's call this. So what's the name of the tune? Do you think? I don't know. I'm getting kind of like a little bit of a party kind of vibe, whatever. Let's just call it beach time. Why not? It sounds like a beach kind of song, doesn't it? I suppose. We can go along with that. So we've got a nice little loop thing going along here. And so we kind of like say, what do we... How do we move on from this? Because we've got a loop. Which we can work with there. But what else do we want to do? And so, fortunately... Scaler here can help us out with figuring out what we want to do next, because obviously this is the pattern we have. This is the chords in this key that we have. We can go, oh well, we've got these chords going on. We can put the performance on just to say I like this one. So what else can we do? If we want to go for a different pattern, what would we do? We go for like maybe this one. Getting a bit dramatic there, so maybe not the second part of the song. Wouldn't do that. Obviously, we're going to try and like still stay within the theme of this, but kind of like do maybe something a little bit different. It's getting a bit high there. Maybe we need to put the voice grouping somewhere. Getting a bit dramatic there, I think. I like starting on this one here, so let's do that. We can put the loop on. So at the moment just does that one. Well, that could be an interesting one to go to. And maybe that one. Or this one. That's a bit of a strange thing that it does there, isn't it? All of a sudden it sounds like a different melody or rhythm there. Roy Castle, yeah. He was pretty good at the trumpet, but he definitely wouldn't have been able to do this. That is jumping around all over the place. So yeah, maybe we do this one. It's very strange on that one. But I don't know, I kind of like it. Ooh, no, whatever it's doing, I kind of like it. So maybe we want to, where is the thing? Main window here. We drag this out to there. What we can do as well is, if you go into the thing here, it can send synchronize. So sync will copy these settings to all other running instances of Scalar. And there's one other instance, which we know, which is our bass track. And so basically what we want to do is just entire state. Let's just pick, we don't want the entire state, we want the progression thing down the bottom here is what we want to sync up here. So if we put sync there, that should now have just copied that over to the bass track. If you pop this over here, what we can do is do this here and then like extend our drums into here. And we just need the bass to play along with this as well. So hopefully when we come over here and go into the scalar and turn it on again, if we go over to pattern 2. The thing is with pattern 1 we had to kind of turn it down to the 2 octaves here. So if we go over here, yeah, I'm going to knock this down again. So let's see how this sounds now. Let's just turn that off, the door sync at the moment. I think that needs changing down. Is that on the funk thing? I think, yeah, it is on the funk thing. Sorry. I'm getting myself confused slightly. So yeah, I keep pressing the wrong one. When I push play on here, I think I push play on the main door here. So, but no, that's not what I've done here. So what we'll do again is we'll actually have to go to the main window here, drag up into here. So that's what we want. Obviously, as I said before, what we can do is just mute this so it's not actually doing anything. And when we bring this across here, we've got our main loop, and then we'll go into like the main loop, which will be our A loop. Then we've got this other B loop which we've made here. Let's see how they sound together. It could work, couldn't it? I think the reason why it's not playing things is because it might be going out of range. Yeah, it's going out of range here is what's happening. If we put this down to... Oh, gosh, no, up, across, there we go. This is in range. So let's see. I don't know why it does that weird stop thing, because you've got the little things going on here. And up here to that. And then this just goes like that, but it's just not... Something is a bit strange about it. It goes up there, I suppose. Maybe I kind of did it off the thing. What's going on here? These two are playing at the same time. Are they supposed to be? No, I think they're supposed to be slightly off, isn't it? So that's supposed to be there. What kind of things are we were working with? Because we're not playing with... simple melodies, are we? Maybe we are. Oh no, it is falling on there, so it's just 1, 2, 3, 4 like that. Okay. It sounded like it wasn't. So really this other one needs to land properly on... Ah, no, don't do that. Get rid of that. It needs to land properly on there. That looks a bit better. So yeah, so what we can do then is just going to pull this out to there. We need to loop this part. We need to move it out a little bit more actually. Move it out to here. Move this out to here. Let's turn the loop off before we forget. And then loop this 4 times, as is the standard for these things. And then just stretch this out here. And then if we go back to the start, we can fit it all on the screen and then play. How to make like a simple kind of thing going on there, and obviously then once you've done that, you can just have it loop right back down to the beginning again, and you know, in essence, that is a song. You may want to throw in just to think later on in the thing, just to be a little bit different. It's showing I'm having trouble with my connection. Can anybody hear me? I think we might be okay, we might be back. We've dropped some frames. Did that happen recently? Let's see. It's not liking it. Can people see me? Let me type it in here. Can people see me? Oh, you're good. Okay, cool. Yeah, it was oh, that's not the one I want. It's stuttered, but it's back. Yeah, it's some being a little bit stuttery. You might haven't noticed anything. Okay. It seems to be that my internet is being a little bit wobbly at the moment. Normally everything's fine, isn't it? But here we're just seem to be having some stability issues here. So hopefully we don't drop out or anything like that. Things have been pretty good up until now. But let us see. So yeah, this is what we've got at the moment, and it's like, well, what do we do from here? What I do notice is this end part here, looping back around to the start, it kind of like, it's slightly jarring. So we need to get back to there, but better. So what have we got? We've got our pattern 2, which goes... And then we need to get back to this D here. So fortunately, what we have is a way to do this. It's normally like key changes and things like that, but I find it quite useful for going between different notes and whatever, or different chords and that, which we've got our modulation thing here. So let's just turn this off there. So we've got these chords. And then we want to get to this D minor 7th here. So what we can do is go for D minor is where we want to go to. And then we have, we can go through a progression kind of thing, but we want to land on a particular chord here. So, I mean, what thing? Hang on. D Dorian. So basically that's what we want to use here. So we don't want to use minor, we have Dorian. But it's ends us back on a G here, which is a 4. How do I use this? That's the D minor. We want to, we want to get to like there, don't we? Suggested voicing. There are ways. So this will kind of get us kind of to where we want to go, because we want to get to like a D minor kind of sound. So it can go. I think it says to go through this kind of modulation. So that'll be a bit smoother there, but let us turn the performance thing off here. So we've got. We don't want to go back to that so quickly, so we want to go kind of a bit rough there. That could work. What else does it suggest here? Pretty much the same kind of thing. Can work, so it goes back to the Would that work, do you think? Yeah, so basically I didn't use this at all, but it gave me some more chords to play with. I think going then back into, hang on, that might work. So yeah, sometimes this can help by bringing up some different chords which you might think of. I don't 100% know how to use this thing itself, but this can kind of work to some degree. I'm dropping a lot of frames here. It's very peculiar. It's definitely not a thing that usually happens. Anyway, so I think I found a pattern I want to use here. So let me just kind of load that up into here. Oh gosh, it went away. What I'm going to have to do then probably is just go over to here and just borrow these here. We've got the, was it F, A, C, A is what I want anyway. So let's just go back here and have the F, A, C, and then A, and that should hopefully sound a little bit better right at the end of this loop here. Actually, no, that's going to give us just the chords there. So we, what did I do? If we delete on something, what did I delete? Undo and set. There we go. So it didn't actually break anything, I don't think. What we want is the performance back on here. So this would sound like. So maybe that will sound okay if we have that up here. And let us see what it's like. Obviously, we're going to need to take out. Oh gosh, what's happening? Stop it. Going to need to take out. Is it like that? It is like that. This, because that's not going to follow it at the moment. But. flows a little bit better. Obviously, it's not actually perfect or whatever, but it does work there. So we've got this one then. We want to change, put those chords over. So we'll do this here, synchronize, progression builder. There we go, and then sync that. And then we should get that on the bass again. And when we turn this on, we can then just go to pattern 3 and that'll bring us this, which we need to change again because it's still doing the higher octaves. So pop those down. We can work with that and then drag that over here, and then we will want to dong it off there and then put this into here. So just go smoother. So it goes smoother, but it's not, 100% the most perfectest thing ever there. So yeah, I'm not sure what's going on with my my connection here at the moment. Just make sure that we are actually all properly connected and stuff like that. Yeah. So it should be fine on sending things. I don't know. It seems fairly steady on control panel thing here, but it's saying I'm dropping a lot of frames. Very weird. Very weird. Apologies for being distracted by this, but I'll see. So many frames dropping. Is it because of processing things? I mean, let's just go over here. Now that you're not working on that, are you going to work better? Going to be healthier? And no. Just very, very strange. How is the stream for people? Does it look like it's okay? Does it look like it's suffering at the moment? Because apparently we're dropping a lot of frames at the moment. Does it look like we're having issues? Seems fine. Yeah, just OBS is like, no, there's problems, and it seems okay on Twitch's side over here. Very, very weird. As I said, the amount of data that's being sent out seems fairly consistent and using the internet that I have, so I don't know what's going on with that. Maybe a little stuttery. Okay, yeah. I don't know what's going on with that then. Just pause things on that side. Enough for you to notice. Okay, is it very distracting? Is it cutting out the audio and things as well? Fairly static screen of sequencer, so I wouldn't worry too much about it. Yeah, is it cutting out the audio at all when it's doing this? Or can you hear things fine? Because I don't know why it's doing what it's doing. It's definitely dropping a lot of frames. Oh, gosh. Audio seems okay. Well, we'll go on with it. If there's any problems, obviously let me know as soon as possible. But yeah, if everything seems to be going okay, then we'll stick with it. I don't know what it is. Normally everything works absolutely fine, but that is good. There's a problem you're here. Well, we always have that problem, Chaos. So let us just take it from the top, as long as we're in this window. Here we go. Let's take it from the top and just listen to what we've got. Seems to blend in a bit more. I mean, obviously, you're still missing some of the notes from here. Oh gosh, sorry. Hang on. It's a nice problem to have, indeed. So we're still going too high for some of this here. It's going to be this note here, isn't it? That is the G again. Can we please get the right one here? So that's the G. If we drop that down to there and play that. Yeah, I'm playing it out of time again. Let's just like zoom in. Zoom into the correct place, please, Katie. Yeah, that needs to be moved across to there, I think. And then if we just go back to the start of that. Okay, so that is what we have currently at the moment there. And save that so that we have that. And so like that, this is basically, that's a nice kind of thing. The loop here goes up to, well, 30 seconds here. So that's a good thing. We can, you know, sometimes we can have things that last longer and whatever, but we can obviously play around with things and work with things and such. But yeah. What can we do now? Because obviously we can repeat this a couple of times and go into like a different section, but I think we need to know like what the character of this song is, because obviously at the moment we've just got basically like a kind of thing going on. We can add some other things to it. We can change things around and whatever. So I'm kind of just curious about, you know, because since we've saved it already, we can always revert back to our saved version of things. But if we go back, oh gosh, no, don't turn the effects off. Click on the effects button. If we go back to here, instead of having contact here, let's just actually just like take that out of here. So now if we play it, it's a Possum Dance song, cool. We can go into another one of the native instruments one, Battery. See, I like these ones a lot, or a bit more familiar with them. But with Battery here, we can basically load in a bunch of different kits and things like that. And now, Erodian, you were mentioning about 808, weren't you? So let's see. We have an 808 detailed kit. Let's see. Oh no, that's going to be lots of drums, lots of bass drums on here, because we got most of them, these notes which we're playing, mapped to kicks, which is not going to help so much. Hang on, I do need the 808 in here. 808 multiple kit. Is this going to be? Yeah, this is mapped out more to be like a bass snare and things and hats over here. So this should be mapped out similar to what we programmed in. It sounds good. Well, it sounds good, Erodian. You're not wrong with the 808 on that one. So what I'm going to do is just basically do this, duplicate track, and then obviously on this one I can get rid of the battery there and just like load in contact, and then on this one I can get rid of contact and keep battery. So what we can do then is just like mute out this one and listen to this. And then we can bring in the other one. It's good for different textures. I mean, we can do some wild stuff if we want to. You want to get wild with this? Let's pan some over, pan that one that way and pan that one that way. I don't know, it doesn't sound right to me. Let's put them back in the centre. It says xylophone, there can be xylophone. I can find a xylophone instrument. We might do that in a bit. But what else was I thinking? So yeah, we want to rename this one. This is the one with the battery on, isn't it? Just to stop things from being confusing to me, we can pop in battery in here. So Erodian, good call on the 808 here. So yeah, it's like start, first verse, whatever, we can have that going on, and then in the next verse we can have the full whacking drums going on, and it gives us different textures to work with to progress through the song and stuff like that. Also then what we can do, just like synthesizer, saxophone and xylophone. Nice. Also, what do I want to do? I want, there's various different ways I can do this, but I know one of the ways I can do this is with complete control here, which is a thing that brings all of the, most of the native instruments things all in together. And so if you want to look for a specific thing, you can use this to do so. So what I kind of want is to see if I can add some kind of shaker thing into this. And probably I want to have that on a loop here. They have shakers, stabs, hits. If we could actually go out like this and go for a shaker. Let's see here. Gosh, you're saying a lot here, aren't you? You can be daring like Spyro, Gyro, and even notice electric guitar, as well as some sick bass solos. Now, getting out electric guitar would be a little bit much for what I'm doing here. I don't have enough room to have things already set up to just pick them up and do things. So we're staying with the like computer-based things at the moment. But what we want to do, what's this It'll Mind Sicko Lies? Can we that's the amber one. Adds. There we go. It does that, okay. But what I'd really want is some kind of like shaker to put into this. So what have we got? Got some basic maracas here. It's very quiet, whatever that is. Interesting rhythm. And we can do some kind of electric guitar stuff with it. Obviously, it doesn't sound quite as natural as a usual electric guitar, but interesting one. It is there. Rhythm like this could work. I'm not quite sure about the actual instrument itself. Interesting ones. Okay, this one could work. Got a Stratosphere one as well. Interesting. Can I drag from here into a new track? I can. Oh gosh, media suggests the BPM. Yeah, we'll do that BPM. And so now, if we play this, let's mute these so we can just have the drum tracks in this. Which has an interesting sound to it, I must admit. But what we can do now is try to work on this a little bit more. And try to add in some, effects to this. Because after we've got this, we don't need that running at the moment there. So if we add in, I'm thinking we need some kind of compression. Once again, I'm leaning towards the native instrument stuff here. And since I'm still kind of running with the little subscription thing, which gives you some good stuff here, we can look at what they've got on this Supercharger GT, which comes along with their subscription thing. So I just solo this at the moment. So what I need to do is adjust this input so that it's mostly showing this yellow one here. It seems like it might have stabilized on the connection as well now. That's good. We can turn things up a little bit. Which I'm not noticing so much. What does punch do here? Definitely a lot more character there. And slam. No, getting a lot more of this. That's adding more of like the rhythm into it. And just a good way to do is like A-B it and say without it and with it. So I'm going to take it off for the moment. And put it on in a bit. There's a little bit to it. We are clipping here slightly, it looks like maybe. Yeah. But you also have the saturation control, which adds that kind of like analog kind of feel to it as well. So if we whack that all the way up, should hopefully not get, yeah, it's not clipping now, but it's a bit lower. And then we can add some more kind of like more analog distortion into things by clicking on these ones. Click it onto hot. But if we solo this now, it's definitely changed the nature of it, but I don't know if we quite want it like this. We still want to keep some of the character to it. We also have a character thing here as well, which you can turn up and change to different settings. Bright is kind of what we're going for, really. So do a quick A-B here, so before, and then after. It's subtle. But I think it does add something to it. We can also try some more creative kind of things here. So thank you very much. Creative but subtle is that. Which one's one? This is the Native Instruments one here. We'll go with this one. So this can do some like wild different things here. So if we just solo this, at the moment this doesn't do too much. Subtle, of course. Okay. We go standard widener. Okay. Obviously, a lot of these effects are being subtle at the moment. Ooh, not this one though. This one's interesting. But once again, quite subtle. Let's try and go into their more creative kind of things here. I mean, how would that sound? Let's just take this out for the moment. Bring in the rest of the beat, or the 808 version of it, and then bring this in a bit. How do you think? It sound good? I mean, we can go that against like most of the rest of the track and see what it sounds like. I think it adds something to it. Because now we're bringing in the kind of things which change like the sound of the space that things are in. We want to like check through what we've got here now and say, how does the sound of things go here? And what kind of like reverbs and things do we have on here, if we have any? We do have a room reverb on here, so that's good. I mean, we can try to mess around with it later, but we've at least got something on there to give it a bit of a space. The bass here, basses usually don't get a lot of reverb and stuff like that, but I think maybe on here, we got the chorus, but we don't have an actual reverb on the bass. But then, especially on like bass notes, if you have them kind of being like washed out, like they're in the big room or whatever, they can build up in, you know, their standing frequencies or whatever, and get very from underneath and whatever. So it's not necessarily a good thing to work on reverb in some aspects of bass, but then the higher end can. And the bass that we've got actually at the moment here, if we just listen to that, here it's got quite a bit of high end. It's also got some low end. But we can work with things like that. Just separate out the high end part of it and kind of add a little bit of a reverb to that instead. But we might want to do is just kind of add a bit of a delay to it instead. So if we had, go on, let's just do another. I'm not advertising native instrument stuff, but obviously, as I said, it's the stuff I'm more familiar with here. So we basically got a delay instead of like a reverb, which is a bit much. I have a low cut here, which is probably going to be good. And but we can go through the presets. Different sound there. Interesting sound. Obviously, you don't want a lot of the low in there. If we do like full thing, this is what it's adding to it. Don't know. This one might be good. It's kind of adding that kind of sound. This doesn't give us a chance of filtering out things though. Which is good, but there's a bit too much there. So you got the plain kind of sound here, and then we can add the bit of the delay into it out in a bit. Which adds a little bit of character to it. Obviously it's not going to do too much. Let's try and throw in like a phaser or a filter on top of this. Don't know. Interesting kind of robotic sound effect, but I'm not quite sure. It might be good for some effects in the song. That's the thing we can try and remember to try and use, but otherwise it adds a subtle kind of echo sound effect to it. Oh gosh, wrong button. And battery, what have we got on battery for things here? We've got some effects here, saturator, compressor, effects. We don't have any kind of what do you call them, reverb on here. Oh, here's reverb up here, so we can turn it on to see what it's like. So let's just like isolate out those drums and play around with the reverbs and stuff like that to see what they sound like. A little bit much. Yeah, kind of like this. Does it help things? It definitely changes it. Do people prefer with the reverb or not? So I think maybe... No, this is the master thing, so everything's being sent to that. With the... How much is going through to the reverb on the kick here? Yeah, we're going to have a lot going through on here, so we don't really want that too much. Because I said we had the problem, especially with the kick, the low bass. We might have a problem with it, you know, muddying up the bass of things. I don't know, we got a good balance here. We've got on the hat, yeah. We've also got a delay on here as well, which you can see. Definitely a little much on there. Yep, turn that down a little bit. Once again, I think putting the kick here through the delay is not going to be so good. But other things might be. How about the hats? A little bit on the hats, I think. Just had a kind of bit of a roll into it. And snare here. Got a good sound to it. I think maybe around there. So if we turn the delay off, we'll hear a difference. It's very subtle. So we go back here, we might want a little bit more. That should be more noticeable. Yeah, add a bit of a flam into it. Which we can do in different ways as well, but this adds a little bit on top of it. But yeah, so then how does that all sound together? I mean, if we just go into these drums here, these are going to have some kind of, yeah, they have a reverb thing, which some things are kind of going into here as well. Let's kick. Why did that have that selected as well? Oh, it's because it's off. Some things don't work. Yeah, sometimes things don't work too well when they're switched off like that. So if we go to the reverb, here we go. It's currently on a sharp room on this one, but we don't have that one on at the moment. But the sis is currently on a sharp room. You can hear the room sound in there, I feel. If you can't, we can do an A/B of that. So we should be able to mute the reverb. So let's play that. You should be able to hear a difference. So yeah, when those come in, they've got something on there. So obviously, because I said, we added something which added a little bit of space to one of the things, so we wanted to make sure that the space was there in all of them so it didn't sound weird there. So let's see what it sounds like now. Cool. So what I think we'll do, we can stretch this out here. We can get the loop. Let's unloop it at the moment. So we've got this. It doesn't have the same loop during the B section here, but what I want to do, actually, before we do anything, I like the way it sounds at the moment, so let's make sure we save it. So when we get to the B section here, we kind of want to throw something else in, I feel. And we had the complete control working here. So this complete control is going to be sent through the same effects we have on this other one, this Stratosphere one. It's good. Let's fold this up a bit so we can see things down here a bit better. Ooh, a bit intense, I feel. This one might be good. Let's see. Pop this into here. Yep, I want to change the bit. Basically, what the thing's coming up here is this thing saying that the loop is at a certain tempo, but then I can adjust the tempo of the loop to match up with the song here. So this then sounds like. It's kind of a little much though, isn't it? So maybe not that one. Of course, as I said, it is going through these other effects, so this could possibly be on a different channel if it was a little much. What does that sound like in there? We're losing it slightly on the bottom there. Bring that up there. So we're putting it on here now. Has a good sound to it. Cool. So yeah, does that sound a lot of difference between the verse, well, verse and chorus, or A and B section? Ooh, what did I do? What did I do? I don't want to do that. Undo whatever I did. There we go. Yeah, I think it adds a bit more energy into that other section there. So we're good on that. So let's have a listen through the whole loop now and see how that goes. I didn't loop it. So let's go back over here and just like do a... Yeah, I'm still not quite sure about the chords or the notes that have been playing in this end section here. I mean, I like the different chords that it's going through to get to back to the start, but it could use some rearranging and stuff like that. But I think we're good with that at the moment there. So, I mean, this has got a shaker stratosphere here. It has more than just that one sample on there. So let us take this out. Oh, shaker. There we go. So now this is what else do we need for this? What else do we need? Because maybe we need something else, but I'm not quite sure what it would be at the moment. What I'm going to do is just play around, really. I mean, does it need me? What do I do? We could try it, can't we? How does that sound? We do have our echo coming back on this. There we go. That should not have it feeding back. Let's just try it. But I didn't do it right there, did I? Let's not do that. Delete all. Okay. Oh gosh, I just removed. Yep, that is fine. Sorry, I have my music files synced with like a backup system, and it's just telling me that things have been removed. It's like, that's cool. So let's see here. We can see what we can do with that. So save that into there and then turn that off there. So we've got at the moment. Cool. Let us just clip this last part out here then, and just kind of use this. If we do the glue thing, it should help us loop it like this throughout the thing, and we loop that. So what we've got at the moment. Oh, it's kind of going off. Yeah, it's definitely going off here, isn't it? It's not quite starting at the right place. How did I manage that? What has it done? Why is it looping there and not in the place which I wanted it to? Has it gone off the back here, or have we gone over? No, that is... It's looping there, but it's a little bit longer. Why is it a little bit longer? That is very odd. Did I not cut it at the right place? And so it's just drifting. I think maybe it should be there. Let's try this again. And then maybe that should loop better. Yeah, that's looping better. I have no idea, Starly. What would you say it is? As I said, it might be when you go on the beach and have like a little fun time for people who like doing that. But we can go here, and what have we got? This is one of the things I could use for this here. No idea. Yeah, it is what it is, basically. That's just basically what I do. So this thing here, what key were we in? We're in D, weren't we? We need to go for D here. D major? No. Chords, scales. We were like Dorian, weren't we? Let's just check on our scaler up here and see what key we were in. It's D Dorian, so we're good there. We'll work with that. So now this thing can do magic stuff on things. So if we like lock it to this particular scale here, it should work when we go through different presets and stuff. So this is what this sounds like at the moment. It's doing interesting things. Let's just solo it out and hear what it's doing. I think it's tuning my voice slightly, but this is just like the full reset preset. And so if we go through things, what do we come out with? That's interesting. Does that sit in with my song? Let's try it from the start. It's interesting, but it doesn't really sit, does it? So let's just go back to the first thing here. We've got a bunch of stuff we can do here, but let's just go to this one up here. This is interesting. Hang on. What do people think of that? It's interesting, certainly. We can add things to this still a bit more. Let's try something a little bit in a new direction, certainly. Go with this to add to it. I don't know if it's adding. I don't know if that was adding too much to things. What else? Maybe we won't use that. I don't know. We can try something else instead. We won't use my voice. We can use a keyboard. And what do I want going through? Let's try something a little different. Well, actually, we can do this. Let's do this first. Massive X, which can do a lot of stuff. Some whistles. What would the whistles be doing? What kind of sound do we like? What's cat bus? Hang on. That plays by just doing, which is interesting, being hype, like kind of thing. Maybe. What do we have? Kind of thing do we want to add to this? Some kind of lead. What's this do? I don't know if that goes along with. Could. How do people feel about that? We could do that. I think we're clipping a little bit. We're getting pretty hot, at least, if we're not clipping. Oh no, it's red because it's recording. Okay, that's good. Aliens at the beat party, yeah. Something along those lines. Let's see here. We would let us set up, oh gosh, a thing here, like so, and then do, oh no, wrong one. Preserve the thing again, and overdub. What was I playing? Oh dear. Something like that, wasn't it? I've got on the overdub thing just because I'm going to miss the first part of this. It's a bit like that, wasn't it? So once again, we can pop into here, quantize everything. It's probably going to sound pretty bad, but let us give it a go. Back to the start, please. Need to move some of these things around slightly and not have quite as much freedom in where we're putting them. Because I think this needs to, oh gosh, what does that need to do? It needs to start there, doesn't it? Yeah, so. No, that needs to go a bit later. So we got something there. So we got another thing here as well, which I don't know how all these things work. They don't work together. But they we have here. Okay, do we want to get a band in there, please? So let's see here. I can try and arrange this a bit like a song. Because I have these things, but I'm not quite sure exactly where they want to go. Thank you. Because what we want to do is like copy this over to here. Oh, no. Did it wrong. Click that there, then copy that over to there. So that's got your basic kind of thing going on there. I don't know. I mean, one thing's worth thinking about is, how do we start this song? What do we want to start it with? Because let me see, this will fold these up a little bit here so I can work with them a bit better. Because we can move all this along a little bit. And I kind of want to maybe start it with the battery synth, or battery thing here. So still pro whistles. We'll get on to thinking about things. Okay, so another another thing I'm going to do before we get... come on, grab the right part. There we go. Another thing I want to do before we get... too far into things. Let's see. Yeah, I think we kind of want just a short little intro, something along the length of that, but okay, let me do this easy. Copy that, paste that, and then don't do the fade out thing. Stretch this all the way back here, and then we're going to do something there with that. But what I want to do is go into here first, and then you won't be able to see what I'm doing here. What we can do is I want the project start time, actually. Cancel this first. If I have the project start thingy here, change start time to cursor position and that there. So then that starts with the first measure and the timer starting here, just for ease of working with it here. Oh no, what did I do? Undo that. I didn't select everything. Move these back to about there. And so then if we just go right back to the start, we get a bit of a lead in. So you got a bit of silence at the start. I mean, that can be chopped down a little bit just so that it you don't play the song and it's just like silence or whatever. That can be chopped down a little bit to start maybe a bit later. But obviously if you start things straight from the start of the song, then you could get bits cut off the start and stuff like that. But we want to start off with something like... And then we can go into a bit like a bit of a change up or whatever there. I don't know exactly what would happen there, but this is why it's good to like go away and then come back to things like that, because you can have like a fresh set of ears on it. But obviously we're trying to do whatever we can do here right now. So, I mean, what we could do, how did that go? Yeah. So yeah, we call these like aliens or something like that, and have that muted at the moment. Pop it down the bottom, and this can be just massive because that's what it or massive X because that's what it was. I'm thinking maybe gosh no, undo. Thinking maybe this is like a second verse thing here, so that can go over here. So after this comes back around. Obviously a little loud on there, so it probably needs to be a little bit quieter and stuff like that. So I don't have access to the FX controls on there, so I could go down to the bottom here of course and do it, but I was over here and wanted to do it over there. We can just turn it down in the software. Oh gosh, come on, catch up with me software. So I can blend that in a bit. Just add a bit of interest to the second verse there and whatever. And so you're saying whistles and things like that. What we might want to do then is look up this again. And just look. We can look through loops and things for whistles. That could work. Let's see here. No, apparently, unless I'm spelling it wrong. Whistle. No. Interesting. We might have to make our own then. We got some whistles here. We got an ahooga. If you ever want to make a Chewbacca noise with the synthesizer, this is your thing here. I'm thinking those are the kinds of whistles, or those are not the kind of whistles you're thinking of. The thing is, I think the sample tone that it's playing is a little low on here. So if you want to go for like the locomotive steam whistle here, we can probably like play it a little bit higher. Once, oh no, it's not doing it because I haven't connected it up at the moment. Hang on. Let's do this just in case we record anything. Hello, I can hear my voice again. It's on all channels. Let's go up some octaves. I don't think that's the kind of whistles we're looking for, is it? It says police whistle, but maybe... Does enter work on this? Do I need to double click it? Might need to double click it. It's still the same thing. Oh, it's too high. Can I? General... Okay, no, I don't want to edit it like that. Oh, we have a recorder. Oh, gosh. Well, I don't know why I've got multiples of these ones, but let's just click on this. Don't think that's going to work, is it? Interesting. I thought there would be more... Then again, if I did whistle... Did that one, the warbly whistle tube, come up? It did. So I can't blame that, can I? You really just need a beep, 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 don't we? And we don't know if we've got that. I don't know if it's going to look at a reed or whatever. Can we have like one-shots? Do you get whistles in one-shots? Whistle, here we go, let's try these. That might be it. Those kind of ones I'm thinking is what you're thinking of. Ooh. So I think this is what you might be thinking of right here. So, oh, that's much too high. Something like that. Though that is, or was clipping. It's kind of getting there, isn't it? So let's just see how it goes. Let's actually start it nearer the start here. What do you think to that? Is that kind of like what you were envisioning it to be? I think maybe it could do with a little something. Let's add onto this. What do we have for reverbs? Let us go for this one. Maybe a little bit over the top for a whistle. This might be better. More cowbell, indeed. We could probably put some cowbell in here somewhere. That might be good, because instead of just being... you have this. That might work. Let's try. What do you reckon? Is it the kind of sound you think would fit into that? Don't need the whistles frequently. Okay, so what are you thinking? Something like that. Okay. So something about there. Okay, let's try and pop that in then. That was a big mess. Let us not save that. Yep. And let's go on. We can adjust that later. Because I think maybe, oh gosh, wrong window. Maybe a bit much here. Can we drag that down? So just something kind of subtle-ish, I think. We don't want it to go too much, and then it's probably going over a little bit here. So let's do this, get rid of that, and then glue, and then it should just repeat quite well. So how's this? Now, of course, what we can also do is put this in here, whistle like that. We can also just like pan it slightly over somewhere like there. I don't know if you can hear that on whatever setup you have, whether the stereo really comes out there, but putting it off to the side maybe a little bit might be good. So yeah, there we go. There is currently, this not what I wanted to do. Hang on. There we go. That's what I wanted to do. And let us save that for the moment. Okay. Just oh, did I do that? Just for the meme, do we have, why is there no cowbell on here? It's just not right, is it? It should be a cowbell. We're not using some of these other ones, so what we can do is just look for a good cowbell here. Cowbell. It'll come up with it. Do we have an 808 cowbell indeed? Do you want that cowbell or do you want this one here? Oh, that's a classic cowbell. It's a bubblegum cowbell. Might use that one. Let's pop this then onto like here where we're not using anything. What does that actually map to? I need to put this on. Am I still? Oh, how I? Okay, we're way up there. There we go. There's that cowbell. What do you think? We can throw that in somewhere. We're getting a little silly there, aren't we? We've gone way off the screen here. Hang on. There we go. What happened? So if you want more cowbell, that was the more cowbell version of it. Also, we had a suggestion from Chaos, didn't we? Of kind of xylophones. So once again, because it's the easiest way to look through a bunch of sounds here for me, you can go to here and look. It'd be mallet instruments, wouldn't it? Let's see. Let's look specifically for a xylophone, though. Let's take it off mallets and just put... oh, am I sexy? No. I thought just XY would bring up xylophone, but of course. Xylophone. Okay, so it's not only xylophones, we get one called bong. Maybe the xylo doesn't seem to come up. Hang on. Try and double click it and find out. Uh-oh, did I break things? No. Ooh, this is an interesting one. Okay, maybe I don't know how to use this particular plugin. This is one of the fancy reactor ones, and it looks like perhaps it's maybe based on... some random kind of method thing going on there. Let us instead not do that Oh no, I wanted xylophone, didn't we? Sorry. Xylo. Bong didn't actually sound too bad. Let's have a listen to... Oh, this is on here. Oh yeah, I need to attach it properly. We're down here. Now we need to do this. Yeah, I kind of got that idea. It said gliders in it, so I kind of had an idea that it might. I don't know if these are going to go well along to it, but let's see. I don't know. It's not bad, but ooh, that's an interesting one. What's this from? Hybrid keys. Nice. You can tell I'm not a really keyboard player myself. I can fiddle around with things. I have no more keys above that. Anyway. What was it? That's how you do that. I did like practice a little bit of that at some point, but I never was much of a keyboard player. I do remember that part of it though. I don't have a higher key to press for the next one. Anyway, this is not too bad. Let's see how this goes. I like that. We can maybe work with that. Let's see here. I don't know. I don't know if it's quite a xylophone. We can just call it like mallets or something like that. And since we do have a bit of a run up now, I should remember what I'm playing. Yeah, it's very nice. I think we can go with that. Do I have record set up? What do I have record set up to? Control R. That's a bit awkward. We can just push this. Well, one of those takes would have been okay, I think. The first one, definitely not. Oh gosh. Oh yes, I want to save that. Do that. Let us just get that and that. Oh, I didn't compensate, did I? I forgot about that. It's okay. We can just like select all and do the compensation ourselves. If I can find a place where I actually played it correctly. Thereabouts. Yeah, that third one seems okay. So let's go from like there, I think. Take that out. Gosh, come on, don't make a new track. And then to there. That can do that. Let us just make this a new thing and work with that. Yeah, of course. quantizing help? No, quantizing doesn't help like that. But I think we only have 8th notes there. So if we put it to 16th and then try the quantizing. Much better. Let's go with that. Was that like fully quantized? It was. That's okay. We're fine with that. We can work with that. I need just 4 of those. And then we can copy and paste that over to the second verse. I'm calling it a verse now. Please. Also, figure something else to go in there, but let us, at the moment, just unsolo these. Go back to the start. Smooth. So yeah, I think we're getting somewhere with it. It's not necessarily the best of the best, but we're definitely getting somewhere with it. Really still having problems. It kind of goes in and out of having problems with the connection here. I really don't know what it is. Because let me just check over on here. Yeah, it does seem to be lower at the moment. I don't know why that is. Perhaps there's some people are busy. Maybe people are doing a lot of interneting today or something like that. I don't know. Let me just arrange things again. So yeah. What else? I mean, do we need some of these? Do we need the xylophone thing for like the chorusy part, or do we want to do something else? Honestly, I don't know which way around the verse and chorus would go, but since it's the first one, and since that's the second one, we have verse and chorus like that in my mind. Something else. Yeah. Well, everybody's suggestions I think I've taken up there. What is not playing? We kind of wanted it just like a chill kind of thing going on, I think. I've had an idea. Let me copy that. Open up a new track and then paste that into there, like so. Get rid of this back window. Then this is the second pattern on here. Sync it to the DAW here. So, and then if we do, say, the grand piano on here. And look through some of these performances. I mean, what we might want to do is just like isolate this. And of course, excuse me, and of course the track we're working on. Yeah, it's not going to go against the second one. Is this kind of like house vibes now? Yeah, so it's not going to go against the second one there. That's known. Let's change it to dynamic here, which is nice. We can also just turn this off and go for like performances, where we can try some different things. Like, should we do some arpeggios on the piano? Let's see what that sounds like. Okay, maybe turn it up a little bit. And we're 16ths. There we go. It's good sound. Do we want it just going up or up and down? I kind of liked the way it was just going up. We're good there. I mean, I think we need a different instrument which we can work with here. And let us just go back into Contact and have a look at that one we had on the other thing here, which was, we can go for retro machines. I kind of more of like a piano-y sound. I mean, you've got lots of piano things down here, but you've also got these hybrid keys. Yeah. Oh, we got the lo-fi glow as well, which we could have used. Hang on, let's try the lo-fi glow. Let's see how that goes. Interesting one. Let us just solo that, and then okay, it's not actually a thing there, so that's fine. It'll just keep playing. It's interesting sound. What else do we have? Oh, come on. Factory. Did I have any I made myself? I did have some I made myself. Let's listen to what they sound like. Interesting. Okay, let's go for the factory presets. Keys, backstage. Let us listen along with something like the things we had, the drum and bass. It's a little busy on that, isn't it? Let's turn this down. It's still very busy. Let's turn off this one. No. Yeah, this is doing the most of the thing, isn't it? The sound here. Can we turn down like the release on the amp here? It might be a little too digital. But let's try and see how it sits with other things here. It's clashing nastily, isn't it? We can't have that. Let's just go for the keys one then, and see how that goes. Number 2, why not? Obviously, that's very full sound, taking up a lot of space. Acoustic. What have we got here? Yeah, it's not going to play well against that. That's fine. Let's just do it like this and put a repeat on it. There. This is an interesting sound. Yeah. Okay. What does that sound like with other instruments. I think I'm liking it. Let's just see how it goes here. Oh, no, hang on. I did the wrong thing. That's not how it goes there. What I need to do is go back to Scalar here, export this here. What track am I exporting it to? I want to go down to there, and I want to export this up here. And then I'll want the other pattern as well for the end of the chorus. Then we turn all of this off, like so. And then we just have these patterns running in here. Stretch that out to there. Come on, there we go. Then bring this one into the end. So what do we think? I'll save that because I kind of like the idea. Smooth, Katie. I like it. I mean, there's some massaging to get things in the right place that could certainly be done. But this is where things take a while to do. Obviously, as I said, like stopping doing things, coming back to it later is definitely a good way to do things. It's showing I'm 0 kilobytes now, but though I can see myself moving on my little playback thing there. If I wave my, it's not. It is. It's not. It is. Okay. Gosh, I really don't know what's going on with it at the moment. But yeah, as I said, that's why coming back to it later on and listening to it kind of helps, since you can say, okay, maybe this didn't work, maybe that did work, or whatever. And obviously, there's certain things that do and don't work. So let's listen to this one section going into the other section. So I think going that way it's fine, but on the way back. I don't know. Maybe because having that kind of piano going on in the background, it kind of like. I don't know. It seems to be more of a change going the one way, but maybe that was just when I was listening to it. Once you listen to it again and again and again, it kind of changes things. Or of course, we could add something else here, which I probably want to look into this for. I know these things that are called. Do I have a? Don't have anything here. Do we have like a riser? No, if I spell it right, we might. So just something to like. I don't know if any of these will fit into the song, but that's slightly more subtle. Maybe that could fit. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I said I know the kind of like, oh gosh, it's a massive one, is it? Okay. Let us see. Yeah, it needs to load up and do things. There we go. There we are. Okay, so what I want to do then is make sure I can play this. And then so yeah, the basic idea of this is maybe a bit earlier. Just have a bit of a transition and things like that. There are many types of transitions. Always have to do a joke, don't I? But yeah, that's the 1 bar. This is the 2 bar. This is the 4 bar. And we've got the 8 bar. Wow. That really goes for it, doesn't it? But yeah, I'm not sure if this is what I'm kind of looking for, really. How about one shots? Okay, thank you. No problem at all. Thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I'm glad you could be here for it. We've got no transition. Oh. Could try stabs and hits. They're very loud sounding. Definitely very loud sounding. I might need to make sure these are down a bit. No, it's not even going through that, is it? It's going through this. Is that... it's not quite clipping it, but still pretty loud. That's a good one. Let us load that one up. Just because it's abusing. Oh, that's low. Something like that. Let's try. Ah, gosh, yeah, so good. Maybe not. Ah, gosh, we need something more gentle, more subtle, whatever. This is where, obviously, spending more time on things like just having to think about what you want to put in and that kind of helps here. But yeah, I don't think we're going to get to a finished song here. Starly and friends, how long are you going to be able to stay around, do you know? Because I know I started a little bit later than usual. This is only up to about a minute here at the moment. So even if we went to like a different section here. We get something else. Half an hour or so. Okay. Let me actually try and finish off like a thing here. Let's just mute that. In fact, let's just like delete it because it wasn't actually helping us at all, was it? Let us save that there, and then we just kind of want another groove in here, I think. What have we got on here? We've got contact. Is this still the drum synth one? It probably is. I probably need to unmute it for it to work properly. We still haven't brought that back in, have we? But they should have this groove. Or didn't have that groove because we decided to have a different groove. But what do we want? Do you want a smooth, a tight, a fat, a dirty, a special, or a raw beat? Let's have a dirty beat. What's that sound like? I haven't actually put that on the track, have I? Not yet. Interesting. Now let's go through this way. Add something different in, like this, I think, maybe. So maybe we can go out on drums here. And gosh, that's a long way out now, isn't it? Pop this back here. I really have zoomed in quite a way. I zoomed out quite a way there, haven't I? So if we go like... I don't know. Doesn't quite go, does it? Let us not do that one. What's magnetic? Chilled. What's this? All this very normal sounding kind of on sway. Would that work, do you think? You got the... Maybe that'd work. Let's try it out a little bit. I don't know. This is not getting me where I want to be here. Let's try a different approach to this. So we have our chords and things here. Let's not do that at the moment. We have the... Oh, see, I've got the... And then... Let's try and do some spicy ones here. So I got... As that pattern, then... I can go... Not spicy, but... Go like that. Ooh. And just synchronize that up and play it out here. Oh, no, it's not got anything to play into. That's why it's not doing anything. Gosh, let's go back here then. I kind of want it drawn out a little bit. So timings. I'm going to set it for a double duration here. And see. Whoa, yeah, if it comes back in. But I think we can do that. Hang on, I've got rid of things, haven't I? Let's get this back up. And we want a performance on this, I feel. Let's not lock it to the door. There we go. So I'm hesitating changing it over because obviously I've got that for that there. Playback performances. Set up a group here. I can change this down here instead. Ah! Let's try a random one. Yeah, it's going to be too high, aren't they? Nope, stop. Nope. Maybe that. So, let us mute that off again because we're not using that now. Stretch this out a little bit, like so. Like that. And where am I putting this? Into the horns, aren't I? Is that going to copy what I want it to? It's not, is it? Or it is. Let me just mute that. Actually, it should be on there. I don't know, will it work here? Perhaps we do this. You know, just getting a general idea of what it could do here. And then just some more of those. This is like a general arrangement of the things, of the way things could work. And then we can just like grab, I don't know where we want to go from like here maybe up, gosh, there. Did I overdo it? I think I overdid it. Yeah, I well overdid it. Just those ones. Copy that. Go to the top. Pop that there. Pop that there. And then, yeah. So let's just listen to the general idea of what I think we're going for here. Bit loud. I see. Yeah, it's not doing a loop for me. And yeah, just fade out or something here. It'd be a very short song, though. Yeah, it's like just about 2 minutes worth of thing. But you can get the idea of how these things can come together. Obviously, I like glossed over things, taken shortcuts and whatever to do certain things. And there's certain things which I'm kind of hearing. It's like, I might want to change this, I want to change that, I might want to try to experiment with different things for this and that and the other and whatever. But as things stand, I think it's not gone too badly. What do people think of it? I mean, do people have an opinion of how the song has gone and such? It's been very, very odd about the thing though. But let's pop back over here. Hello. Let's see if when I shut this down over here, whether that actually helps the connection at all. I don't know if it will or not. But you love it. That's good. There is, as I say, things that could be changed and stuff. Oh, hello, Katie. I'm a little bit sorry. Unfortunately, you're coming just right at the end of a little bit late. Yeah, we made a song or thereabouts. I've shut things down now. Yeah, even turning that off, it seems to not be happy about things. Like unplug my keyboard, and then we will be back to just kind of what we usually are. And then if it's still playing up, then it's just a thing that's going on at the moment. Let me put that over there. Okay, fine, you do that. You can't work out how to loop it. No, that's a shame. But it looks very good. If you want to look in my Discord for Starly's thing, then you can do. Is it Discord like that? It is Discord like that. So if you want to, if you're not already part of the Discord, you want to see the thing and want to, obviously you have the playback of this stream. If you want to listen to the song again, I may or may not polish things up and try to actually get it finished. But that obviously could take some time. But we've got like a skeleton of a song, not, a bit more than a skeleton, more of like a zombie of a song. I suppose it's still got some bits hanging on to it and whatever, and you can kind of tell what it's supposed to be or something. I don't know. I'll have to hang on to work out how to do it and add the song. Yeah, I will try to work on it, but obviously I can't guarantee it'll come out well or at all or whatever, but maybe if you really want it to be done, I can just like do something and it's like this is like take one of it or something like this, mix one or something and do something with it. But yeah, there's certain things which obviously I can't really show too much on the stream, which is basically just like changing things out, moving things around, trying to, make sure things aren't clashing with each other and sound good. But yeah, those all take time. And once you're listening to something, your ears can get tired of listening to the same thing. So you basically aren't hearing what you're trying to hear because you've just like been hearing it over and over and over and over again. It's all just like, it's like if you say a word over and over and over again, it just kind of loses all meaning. A bit like that kind of thing. So yeah, that is the way that is. So yeah, I'm sorry about all the I don't know if you had many issues on your side of things or are having many issues about, frame rates or whatever, or frame drops and things like that. It seems to be going okay at this very moment, but it's kind of been up and down all over the place. But yeah, it's either my internet connection, which obviously there's a possibility of that, or it could be, it's fine right at the moment. I can see it's not throwing up the errors and stuff like that, but it's been on and off, hasn't it, throughout the thing. But yeah, it could be like my internet connection, it could be OBS just being a bit weird at the moment, it could be Twitch's side of things just being a bit off or whatever. It could be just like something down the pipe between me and Twitch that's being an issue. It could be so many things that are actually playing up. But if you wish to have a or if you do have a question for a certain dinosaur, please obviously use your channel points now to ask away, because we will be getting our dinosaur friend over here to have the input. Hello, Tracy. That's what you like about the song, is it? Yeah, it goes bap 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 bap. Hello, everybody. I should say that first, shouldn't I? It's not always necessary. I mean, you could take a leaf out of a Rodian's book, just say something and then say hi. I mean, I've done that before myself. Just, you know, do the thing I was thinking of and then say, oh, by the way, hi. Yeah, that seems to work, doesn't it? It seems to work. Say, did you like the song? It was pretty good. Oh, Starly is asking, could we do a dance to the song? Well, I have to load the song a bit. I shut it down just to see if there was any issues with connection there. And I don't know, when I load it back up, maybe if there are still connection issues, then we might know that it's that's giving us the problem. But I can't see OBS at the moment. Let me just... yeah, that should be okay. It's loading up the song in the background. Yeah, it was a good song and I'm going to do a dance to it now. That is good. You're looking forward to this? Yeah, it'll be fun. Okay, well, it's got to just do its loading and whatever. Here we go. It's got it in the background. So let's just do a play. Do you want to dance the whole thing? We'll see. Okay, so here we go. We're starting to play it. Very well done, Tracy. It didn't actually sound too bad, does it? I mean, there's certain bits and pieces that could be polished up, changed around, all that kind of thing. But I think it worked out well. Yeah, and hello, more bits as well. Hello, and yeah, thank you very much, Gali. That is a very nice thing for you to say to me. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, so there we go. I hope that was an enjoyable dance. It was very enjoyable. I like that you joined in a little bit. I tried to do a little bit, but it wasn't. I'm not much of a dancer myself. Yeah, that's okay. But yeah, it's pretty groovy. You can definitely get a dance to it and that kind of thing. So I like it a lot. It is good to know. Anything else you want to say? No, I mean, if you do polish it up, that would be nice, I think. But obviously, I know it can take a long time to do things like that. You can do indeed. But yeah, so that's that. Cool. Well, thank you everybody for dropping by, and yeah, bye. Tracy, there we go. So yeah, there we are. I think that is mostly all that I have to say about everything. So yeah, I should hopefully be back on Sunday with Stali. Do some Minecraft stuff. I don't know what Minecraft stuff we're going to be doing, but we should be doing some Minecraft stuff. Yeah, there's projects that can be done and such like that. So obviously I've been, but that's okay. You don't have to apologise or anything. There's always going to be the VODs available and stuff like that. If you want to watch immediately, they're on Twitch, and because Twitch has the exclusivity clause, I would put them immediately up on YouTube. But you know, Twitch is like, if you're an affiliate, you can't do it for like 24 hours and stuff like that. Computer Center, nice. That sounds awesome. Oh, excuse me. Is it like Acorn? Wow, that does sound awesome. I'm glad you're getting to have a play around with them. As I said, I've never actually had a go with a physical one of those myself. But yeah, I look tired, don't I? I don't necessarily feel as tired as I look, but I probably am. I'm fairly tired. But yeah, so if you wanted some kind of idea of like some insight into music making and stuff like that, we're gonna have to change the goal, aren't we? Yeah, not gonna look at that now. But yeah, so hopefully back on Sunday. I don't know if anybody else is doing anything in the meantime. I don't think so. But yeah, so I am happy that everybody came by. I should see you then. Next week about this time, we should hopefully be getting back to looking at the bug snacks, because I think that's a good game. And I want to have a little bit more of a play of that. And yeah, that is that. Actually, I mean, I was going to say, what song should I play us out on? Actually, do I have another one here which I could do? Bugsnax is good, yeah. Okay, you can listen to this one because it's only like a short loop thing, but it was kind of a thing I was doing as like a test thing. For the stream, to see like if I could like come up with a little thing. I came up with like a small loop thing here, so hopefully this isn't too loud. I won't blast your ears out, but I'll play this. It's only like a 10 or so second loop or whatever, but I've called it kind of ridiculous, and you'll probably hear why from when I play it. So thank you very much for dropping by, everybody, and of course, as usual, I shall see you. Hang on, let's put me up here. I shall see you next time. Bye bye, everybody. Bye bye. Ooh. That is loud. Just a few loops of this. Anyway, bye bye.